So, can Hytale just release already? I mean, Minecraft is getting really stale, but that's not the point of why I want to make this video. I'm going to be talking about the rules of Minecraft and just how broken they are. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of the game anymore, like with the rules at least. Like, Hypixel stuff's fun and all, but I mean, that's just a subsect of the Minecraft community. But anyways, let's get into it. So, what is like the big killer or the biggest like end all for me for Minecraft? Well, it's their rules. The rules of Minecraft are as broken as the YouTube reporting system. It's just so unthoughtful and it's just so like restricting. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So starting off is the branding of plushes. There are so many companies that make Minecraft plushes, it is insane. There's so many of them, and these artists have put a lot of time, and it's not only just making like regular plushes that come out of the game, but like custom plushes, and they'll sell them on Amazon or Etsy shop, stuff like that. And now there's a rule in the EULA that says you can't do that anymore. Like, you can make a custom one and it'll be alright, but if you try to sell that and try to license the custom one, it just immediately gets kicked. Microsoft wants to be the only one to supply them with their with the plushes and stuff, and I just don't think that's right. I think you're taking, first off, a lot of creative originality. Now, some people are just direct copy pasting, and I know that's not really related to Hytale, but I mean, Hypixel would probably not even care that much, like on Hytale, if you were to, for example, make a plush of a Quebec or whatever, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They probably wouldn't care that much, especially if you added your own originality to it. They'd probably be like, eh, fine, sell it, frick it, we don't care, as long as you're not like saying it's an original creation to your brand, but to Hypixel's, everything's all good, you know? But that's not like the only thing that makes Minecraft so, angry. Secondly is that chat reporting system. Like, I know it's not a crazy thing to have like a chat reporting system. Obviously, you want to be able to report predators and people like that, which I understand that that might have been what it was designed to be made for, you know? But it's just like, why would you even need a chat system in the first place? If I'm comparing it to Hytale, which, you know, Hytale hasn't released yet, but I'm assuming when it releases and you get into big servers and stuff, if you have an issue with a chat, like let's say on Hypixel, they're just going to ban you for, or mute you for chat spam or whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be advertising, saying racial stuff. They're just going to give you a 30-day chat mute. But if you say something that's wrong on Minecraft's end, you get banned. Now, that's a different thing. If it's like a predator getting banned, that's fine, but it's as broken as the YouTube copyright system in the sense that you can be reported for pretty much anything, and the claim most likely will go through. And with Microsoft, you get banned off their entire multiplayer list. Basically, it's like Apple, where if you don't log out of your iCloud, you get the devices bricked. And it's the same case here. If you don't abide by Microsoft's rules, especially with a server like 2b2t, where the chat's just like crazy, or other anarchy servers, not just 2b2t, or if you are in a friend server per se, or just something along those lines where people with malicious intents get a hold of your chat messages, and especially YouTubers too, if they get chat messages from people seeing them and they're taken out of context, and Microsoft just straight up bans that YouTuber's account. It hasn't happened yet, but the fact that there's a system in place that can make that happen, it just does not make any sense at all. But something else that I find really annoying and makes no sense at all is the fact that you can't sell a server priority queue. I mean, it doesn't make that much sense. If you want people to play on your server or whatever, especially if it's a big server like 2B or Hypixel, you would want to sell priority queue access. Now, Minecraft hasn't had a time, unless it's a smaller server, I'm thinking like Hypixel, where you would need priority queue access. It was only really in 2020, which, you know, it versed me into buying MVP Plus. If I had never had the priority queue, I probably still would have bought it, just not as early as I did. But I don't personally see the reason why selling a priority queue, or just like a rank on Hypixel, as like how they do it, that offers priority queue access, is a bad thing, because that's how 2B pretty much runs, is with that priority queue. It costs $20 and you can get in the server before everybody else. It's a great deal because there's a lot of queues in 2B2T, and if you're a regular player, having to wait in those queues could take forever, especially if it's on like a weekday or whatever, where you don't have a lot of time to play and you just want to get in the game, or if it's on Hypixel when they're trying to push an update on Skyblock, or just in general, it would be nice to have that priority queue. I don't understand why Minecraft should remove something like that. Now, if it's a pay-to-win priority queue, that could be a different story, like you're paying like $20 to get the best stuff, or to pay to go to the best place. Like, there are a ton of rip-off Skyblock servers that try to like make you pay $20 to go to this certain world to get all these cool features. That I could see as being a little scammy, but if it's just to get onto the server, I don't see what the big deal is. Alright, I think I've ranted long enough about why Minecraft as a platform is just not good for rules. It's just something that's going to continue to get worse. But that does bring up an actually good question. When is Hytale going to release? Well, there have been speculations thrown all about, but according to the last blog post that was posted about Hytale's release date, we still haven't seen a 2023 beta testing release at all, which makes me think that one of two things. One, they're pushing the beta testing release back once again, or they're trying to get a beta testing release ready, which I would feel, you know, is nice, but at the same time, it's a far cry from when that beta test of 2019 was supposed to be done. If I was Hytale and I just had a massive blow up on my trailer, I would be trying to push my game out as soon as possible. But at the same time, I could understand if it wasn't as polished, then maybe it was a good idea to hold back. But Hytale's been in development for almost 10 years. Literally, when 2025 rolls around, they'll have been in development for over 10 years. So when it released in 2018, 3 years of development, that should have been more than enough time to push out, you know, a beta at the very least, like a just beta tester to let it go, because they're trying to build the perfect game. And I understand no game's ever perfect. There's always a kink or something, a quirk about the game that's not going to make it fun to play. But I feel like Hytale is just trying to push like the mega perfect game, and that's just not gonna work, because every game once again has its kinks, and it just is like, I wish they had released it sooner, because if so, it would have drawn a lot of players away from Minecraft per se, but it would also give a better experience, because now we're left in this conundrum where a lot of the Hypixel players and a lot of Minecraft players in general are wanting to switch to Hytale because they see it as like the heaven compared to Minecraft. But at this point, I just am ready for Hytale's release. I'll be buying as soon as it comes out, because this Minecraft stuff, it's getting rough. I can't stay in a community like this, especially the community as a whole. They're subject in itself, but the rules and the community and just a ton of other things make it a lot more, like, less viable to stay in the Minecraft community. So I hope you understand why I cannot wait for Hytale's release, and I'm hoping that 2024 is the year that Hytale will come into fruition. But that's all from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and that's